Hey, how's it going? I thought I was finished. I put everything away, and then I found out I had more to say. So, right now I'm going to talk about the subject of prayer. Or not prayer. Well, yes, prayer, but saying grace, like over your food. So, I was raised Catholic, and you do a lot of praying. You are taught to, and you spend a lot of time learning them and doing them. And there's various ones for various things. And, but that was when I was a young child, like primary school. So you basically were doing these things that everyone was instructing you to do. And then a certain period came along where that just wasn't the reality anymore. Like, I actually wasn't going to the parochial school, and the adherence to all of the dogma and stuff just kind of went away. But that's like a whole other thing. I don't want to get like all bogged down. So I started doing it again recently, and well, not recently, like a couple of years ago. And I was still like pretty irreverent about it, but then time went on and things changed, including the way I felt about stuff, and I just thought like I wasn't taking it as seriously as I could and should have been, so I changed my attitude because here in America there is a lot of freedom afforded to corporations and producers of food and just products we use in general, and then also the sort of, well, not sort of, I feel like it is ripping and tearing the resources out of the ground or fouling them in the process. Water that, I cared less about some plastic thing being produced or some building being built that's using a bunch of water, and then when they're through with it, it's like unusable. Beings need that more. There's other ways to do everything, and now I'm getting sidetracked. So back to what I want to say is the food safety regulation is not great here. It's more about profit than it is about nutrition and safety. So I don't think that's an unknown to the world. Like our baby food apparently has heavy metal in it. And I'm not talking about rock. I'm talking about lead and like radiation type crap. So I don't know. I mean, boron comes to mind, but that's just like an example of a radioactive substance. I don't know that that's in any baby food, but I know something bad is in there, and it's in most of our, like, what is the word? I don't know, man-made, mass-produced food products, which is very difficult to get away from, especially if you grew up with it. And I'm old enough to know that at one time I could eat just one Lay's. That they've done stuff to our food, and it's not like, just if you are questioning what I'm saying here, look it up, check my work, because it's not great. I mean, obviously people eat it and survive, but you might look around and wonder, or not wonder, but make the connection that, people look unhealthy and are unhealthy because of what we're consuming. But like I said, because of the runoff, it's difficult to get away from it. And there's like added substances like salt and sugar when they do that to sell it. And when I say they, I mean those producers and those corporations I was talking about. They're interested in taking these commodities and selling them to us. They're not real concerned about what the process of manufacture does to the products and then in turn to us. But all you gotta do is look around, go to a hospital or go to a mall. You're gonna see the same people, like unhealthy, ill, misshapen. So you have to start, if you care. It's a good idea to prepare your own food, is what I'm trying to say. And also, I did grow up from a time where I could eat one Lay's to now where I want to eat a whole can of Pringles at once, and I have to like almost literally slap my own hand to put stuff down. And it's because there are additives to the food, just like there were, like we found out years ago, to cigarettes to make you just keep puffing them things down and killing you. So I had a change of heart, a change of mind over the years. And even since I started praying again, I changed because of what I just said. I feel like, I need to exert, or I need to feel like I can exert some kind of control over this sort of omnipresent, like, substance saturation or oversaturation that is making us sick and killing us. I don't want to go that route. So I began to pray more earnestly. And I'm going to share with you the prayer that I most often do because it's like a protective thing for me. And I do believe that on a level, through the energy exchange of praying about what I'm about to consume and understanding, particularly if it's some sort of meat thing, which I don't eat often, but I do occasionally, or, cheese or eggs, because those animals that produce those are not given very good living conditions, and the slaughtering of the meat that gets eaten, there's a whole lot of fear, and then the stuff they're consuming isn't the best either. Like, we don't give them the proper food, or not all producers give them the proper type of food that makes them healthy to live and us healthy consuming them. So to nullify that kind of negativity, like the fear and just the crushing emotion that those poor beasts have to feel in those lives that we're then just gobbling down, like, I want to counteract that. So I'm going to share my prayer with you to do that. And I feel like it's the best I can do, because I got to fight my own, like, snack demons and cravings that are probably like 95% artificial and 5% my own. In the name of I don't need to do the cross part. Bless us, O Lord, in these thy gifts, which we are about to receive. Through thy bounty, in Christ's name, thank you to every person who helped bring these nutritious and delicious foods from dirt to table, and thank you to every ingredient that gave its essence to the furtherance of mine. And then I do the cruciform sigil. So, if that's magic, boo me. I'm trying to protect myself in every way I know possible. And, I can definitely, pirate some stuff I learned from Catholicism and Christianity and incorporate those into my life. But I have a terrible terrible craving for snacks, for sweets, and I am a degenerate to the proper people in the world, and I'm okay with that because I'm not, hurting anybody except, if it's hurtful, it's myself, so thank you and good night.